I won't break. Second day of rehearsals at Eurovision 2018. It's at Altice Arena. Should we talk about it? Let's do this! Yes, if you didn't guess, Russia kicked off today's proceedings inside Altice Arena, followed by Moldova and then the Netherlands. Kicking it off with Julia Samoylova. Visually, this was tighter. They put more focus on her face, which is what we wanted. They still pan out, focusing on the dancers, and she's a speck in the distance, but it's not as severe this time. She's changed her outfit, kind of removing the beautiful wood nymph look that she had before, and now she's more of a princess. It's a lilac button-up with pearl embellishments. Very nice. Vocally, it was better, but it's still far from good. I think the mixing in the chorus or the intonation of the singers together, something's just not working. I don't know what it is, but it's a little shrieky. It was not as shrieky as last time. So clearly there's he doesn't believe it. There is progress, but this is still in the danger zone of not qualifying, I'd say.
If this wasn't Mother Russia, we wouldn't say it's in the danger zone. We would say that it's past the danger zone and has no chance of getting out of the semi-final whatsoever. It really is one of the weakest packages in this year's contest. The song itself wasn't the strongest of entries, and then the staging and the performance of all the vocalists, it's just everything. It's just, I feel nearly that its chances are worse today than they were the last time, and usually the second rehearsals chances of every song goes up because the improvements they've made haven't been strong enough. The dress is very frumpy.
Yeah.
For someone Julia's age, this is it's very matronly. It looks like something that an 80-year-old might wear. The dress is still not very effective. The mountain effect, because there's the LED lights or whatever it is, projections on them, that they're not really showing up. There's still a lot of darkness, but we do get to see more of her backing singers, and there are more shots of Julia's face. But yeah, the sound mix is probably the biggest issue right now.
Yeah, I mean, the vocals just aren't good at the end of the day. Like, nobody's vocals, it seems, are that good. And actually, there's a bit at the end where the backing singers are doing the longer notes, and Julia is singing, except they've obviously turned her mic down so far low that you can barely hear what she's singing. So it's a shame, it's a shame all round with this. Yes, at least to the end, they don't have that, 43 seconds, however long it was, where you don't see Julia. They now actually cut to her in the middle of that, so you've got a bit more of her, which is nice. But, she had her lovely makeup on the other day with her, the glitter. That's obviously the style that she wants to do. You see it all the time on her Instagram and things like that, and I just don't understand it. It very much feels like they're just not really delivering with it, and I feel really bad because I feel bad for Julia at the end of the day, and I hope that it really does pull together. They've added a new visual effect as well, where it looks like, I think it's stones breaking apart, which is in line with one of the lyrics. But yeah, it doesn't work. It looks a bit cheap. It's just not good.
Well, she won't break, and neither will Moldova. DoReDos kept a good thing going. This was already on point. There's not much to add. I'll just say that the choreography was tighter, the moves seemed more confident, and the vocals, particularly from the lead female, well, the only female, were real good. She is clearly more comfortable with the stage, and that's letting her shine. This is going to the final. There is no question, and it's just going to climb and climb because this was so polished, finished, and fun.
Yeah, there wasn't much that they needed to do because it was pretty much perfection back when they did it the first time round. I think the only difference I spotted was they're in the box and they're opening and closing the doors, and towards the end it lit up inside the box. Yes. And it makes it pop that bit more, and it stands out that bit more, and it gives that bit more kind of nearly a 3D effect, that it's less cardboardy looking, the white door, whatever you like to call the prop. That was really the only difference, and everything else was just slicker and tighter and more rehearsed. And yeah, like you said, they're going to the final, and they're going to do very well once they get to the final as well.
Number one. I thought that it was really good. I mean, they had one of the best first rehearsals. Like maybe top 2 or 3 best first rehearsals. They followed it up this time. They improved on the vocals, which didn't really need improving that much at all. It was just stronger and more confident, I kind of feel like. Yeah, it's almost like nitpicky little things that you pick up on with it. Like, the only thing is, I think it's Eugene, his body double looks absolutely nothing like him, and the other 2 kind of look similar, but his body double looks nothing like him, and it really doesn't matter that much. It's just at the end shot where you're like, hang on, like, they match, and then this guy that has different hair colour and all that. But hey, that's like literally nitpicking. It's so much fun. It's so great. I think it's definitely qualifying. I think it's almost definitely going to the top 10 even. It should be, because it is so fun. And I think that people all over Europe are going to love this. Once again, just because it's such a universally easy story to tell, and their acting ability is so great in it.
Those faces, it's almost like the faces are going to explode. They are so expressive. We love it. And rounding out this first group was the Netherlands. Waylon, there of course was a lot of controversy about the crumping. That was those frenetic movements by the dancers. This originated in LA, I believe. It was a way for gang members to express their anger and aggression as they sought to leave gang culture. And he's reviving that with this country music song. It still doesn't really fit. There is the dancing. It's toned down a bit more. It's less aggressive, I'd say less, it comes off as less hostile, and so people will not have as many problems with it. He's maintained the dancers, but it feels more like a dance troupe. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel, the first rehearsal just felt somehow exploitative. This does not feel that way. This feels like an X Factor performance or something you see on The Voice. You know, they're a dance troupe. At the beginning, they're a band on a platform. Ultimately, though, it just reminds me that this performance is flat. We were so distracted by the controversy that we didn't point out the obvious, that this was chaotic and flat. Now, it's not chaotic, it's just flat. And that's a problem. This isn't high impact. This isn't particularly memorable. And I'm concerned that even with the toned down dancing, it's not going to go to the final.
It reminds me of Macedonia in 2015. When they had Backstreet, was it Backstreet what they were called?
Yes.
And they were the 3 random black men who do kind of the smooth R&B with a song that didn't fit in with it all, and the image jarred. And it's the same thing there, because these are kind of R&B style dancing that's very much associated with music that's of black origin, with Nashville and Tennessee, a song that comes from there, and it's a jarring juxtaposition, I think, and it wasn't as noticeable today, but the song itself, it's not high impact enough. It's like the calm after the storm that came with the Common Minutes in 2014, and they're still beached afterwards, and the calm has never left. And I'm guessing from that partnership that Ilse de Lange was the storm and Waylon was the calm, because today's performance, like, it's supposed to be an outlaw, but it's very tame.
I actually kind of feel like he's actually now maybe a lock to qualify. Weirdly, I actually think that it was a lot better than apparently everybody else here. No, I thought that the camera angles really worked. They have more of a focus on Waylon now, so even they have toned down the dancers, and that helps. And there is more focus on him, and he does sell it well at the end of the day. The whole thing is, he's the authentic part of this. You know, this is his style of music. He sells it, so focus on him. I still don't get the dancers, which, anyway, actually back to the performance today, I actually kind of liked it. So, fair play Waylon, they have turned it down, they have made changes. I still think that it's unnecessary because they could just focus on Waylon. At the end of the day, no matter what, just get rid of the dancing. Even if it was just like normal dancing or line dancing or anything like that, it would be unnecessary because he is good enough to do it by himself.
It's underwhelming. All right, those are the first 3 acts that rehearsed this morning. What do you think? Have they improved for you? Do you think any of these can challenge for the top 10? Who fell flat? Let us know here on wiwibloggs.
Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you can see our reactions to all of the rest of today's rehearsal.
And make sure to leave a like.
And we'll see you later. Bye!